Okay, before I let you up out of here, last time me and you sat down, you made a statement, and I'm sure you knew in the moment it was going to be a little controversial, considering who you was talking about. Meaning, you said a lot of the Rolling 60s said Eric Holder was in his right for killing Nipsey. The clip went up, and of course, a lot of people voiced their opinions on it. And Vlad in particular said he actually got called by somebody he knew that reached out on behalf of Nipsey's family, saying how upset they were about that statement.
See, this is the thing you gotta understand. Like they from the same hood, and a lot of people don't know the inner workings of the hood and how shit go. A lot of shit go, but everybody ain't. It's not finna be everybody. Like, I know you got your Nipsey fans out here, and they want to see. They think shit's supposed to go a certain way, but obviously in the gang world, a lot of the gang, like, they not gonna jump on the internet and say it, but a lot of the niggas from his own hood, they gonna feel like Eric Holder was in the right and he did what he was supposed to do. As a gangster, as a street nigga, you know what I mean? As a street nigga, he really did what he was supposed to do. Now, on the flip side, the family and the friends and the fans, they feel like, fuck this nigga. But as far as the gang go, it's gonna always be split, because you're gonna have some niggas that feel like he shouldn't have did that, and then you're gonna have the other side of niggas that feel like he did what he was supposed to do. He more wrong in the fans' eyes than he is in the gang's eyes, honestly. But it was just the truth. Like, it's just the truth. It wasn't, cause I fuck with Nip. Like, I was a Nip. I fucked with Nip from day one. Like, when I first got out of jail, I heard him. So it wasn't anything to be like, it wasn't me being disrespectful or anything. It was just me being brutally honest. Like, it's just the honest, like, a lot of people, like I said, like, I said it when I said it, a lot of people, Eric Holder gonna be more wrong in the fans' eyes than a lot of his homies' eyes, than a lot of Crips, like, you know what I mean? Like, people that just love and got so much love for Nip, of course, they don't want to hear that. But I'm just speaking on the sad truth of politics and the way this shit goes. Like, it's a lot of people, like, the same way you got a lot of people feeling like, oh no, fuck this dude. It's a lot of people on the other side of that coin. It's always a flip side of the coin. So, but you're the people in the public only hear the outcries of the fans. You guys are hearing the other side of this shit and these other, you know what I mean? These other street dudes. So that's all I was saying. Like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you would think that, like, you want to think like, oh yeah, Eric Holder gonna get to jail. He ain't gonna be able to touch no main line, and he ain't gonna be able to touch. But, like, that's not just necessarily the case. Like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people inside there that ain't gonna let him get touched. So it's gonna be like a split. It's gonna be like a, you know what I mean? It's flip-sided coin. You're gonna have these niggas over here who feel like this, but in all actuality, in all honesty, you got these other niggas over here that don't feel like that. So that's all I was saying, like, because I hear the other side of it. Like, yeah, the people in the public, and they hear and know all this, but I'm a nigga that really know niggas, and I'm really out here, and I hear these comments, and I know everybody doesn't feel the same way. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad, like, if the family felt any kind of way, but it's just the sad, brutal truth. That's just the truth. That's all it is, just the truth. Everybody don't feel the same way.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if people can't say nothing else about you, you speak your truth. You're brutally honest. You just tell it like it is, unfiltered.
That's it.
So yeah, like even as we sit and we have these discussions, yeah, I be laughing and you be saying some funny stuff at times, but it's real.
Yeah, it's just the
Like
truth.
you can't really argue with the truth.
Exactly. And that's
So-
all I was saying. That's all I wanted the people. I just wanted the people to, because I get tired of people saying that. Like, I hear so much, like, oh, yeah, he ain't going to be able to touch the man. Like, oh, yeah, he going to get killed in jail. Ooh. And I be hearing this, and I be like, these people really just, like, so sure of this. And so I just had to be, like, the one that is just like, bro, don't think that. Like, don't, because jail don't necessarily work that way. Gangbang politics don't work that way. Like, you know what I mean? The politics don't necessarily, like, it's not just necessarily finna be that. Like, you think that, like, you would like to think like, oh yeah, this how he gonna be as soon as he go. Me and Cowboy had the same discussion. We talked about it. Like, it's just the brutal, honest fact is everybody not gonna feel the same way. So it's gonna be some people, you're gonna have some people in there that like, no, we need to get this nigga. Ooh. But you're gonna have some people in there that's on his side, like, nah, nigga, no, he don't. That's the homie. And ooh, he did. You know what I mean? It's just gonna, that's it. That's all I mean. It's gonna be people just like, but on the internet, all you hear is, oh yeah, they gonna get him. He's not gonna last. They gonna get him. Not necessarily. That's all I just wanted people to know. Not necessarily. It ain't necessarily just gonna go like that. That's all I was saying. That's it.
All right, with that being said, we'll end it there, kid.
Yeah, but you know, much love and respect. Like Nip people around Nip that knew how I knew Nip, and I'm like, bro, I'm not saying nothing wrong. They know I'm telling the truth. Like, it's just, that's it. It's just the truth, bro. Like, when it comes to real street politics and real prison politics, shit don't always work how these public, like, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna, like, the public, the people in the public and these fans and these, they got a certain perception of shit, and they don't really truly know the inner workings of the gangs and the prison. Like, I'm a nigga that knows how these inner workings go, and I know these people, and I talk to these people. So I know that everybody doesn't feel the same way. Like, I know, like, personally, everybody don't feel the same way. So I don't want the people to be so naive where they just get stuck on that idea like that. I want you to know the flip side of that. I'm gonna tell you the real, you know what I mean? I want you to know the whole story. I'm not gonna tell you just one side. I don't want to discuss one side of the story. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about the whole story. Let's discuss both sides. I want to hear, you know what I mean? I want to hear the niggas from the other side too. But like in the media, they not gonna tell you the other side of the story. They not gonna shine the light on the other side of the story. They only gonna shine the light on this side, and you know what I mean? But it's a whole nother side of the story that ain't nobody telling. It's just like when G Malone came out with that Tupac Must Die. You ever hear that? He came out with the Tupac Must Die.
Yeah.
Basically telling the story from Orlando's point of view. And it was never been done. Like, nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody, this whole time, everything is just pop, 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 pop. But what about how Orlando was feeling, and how, you know what I mean, the people that loved him felt, and that's all I'm just saying. It just was, it's two sides to the coin, and we can't just only talk about one side and not discuss the other side either. And I just felt like nobody was discussing that other side. So I had to say it. Like, you know what I mean? That's all it was, though. It wasn't no disrespect, though. It wasn't. They know everybody know I got how much I love the respect. You know what I mean? I have major love and respect for Nip. So, but we have to keep it real. Like, me and what I do, I can't just sit here and play dumb or like I don't know how this shit go. Like, you know what I mean? I know how shit go, and I know how them inner workings, and I know how the yard is. I know how gangbanging is. I know how these niggas is. So I just feel it's my duty to raise that other point. Like, you know what I mean? That was it.
Nah, I mean, again, I don't think nobody can accuse you of saying it in a malicious way.
Yeah, no.
You just spoke your truth. So, that being said, my brother, it's always my pleasure, Boskoe. Real talk. Like I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait for us to do this again.
Yes, sir. They didn't even tell me that I was interviewing with you again today. I thought Vlad was gonna be here, but when I walked in and when they said like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna see if Shawn ready," I was like, "Okay, dope." Like, yeah, it was dope. Oh God.
Nah, I think after the last one, Vlad was like, yo, y'all got chemistry. Like, keep it going.
Let's go, man. The marathon continues.
There you go. My brother, be safe out there.
Yes, sir. Love, bro.
Love.